We will talk with Blake about that extensively. So ahead of the 4th of July weekend, the Kent County Sheriff's Office Marine Unit is looking out for anything that could turn a fun day into an emergency. As they tell 13 on Your Side's Kelly Lichter, they want boaters to be safe while out on the water.
The Kent County Sheriff's Office's Marine Unit is reminding people while out on the water this weekend to have fun, but to not forget about safety.
This weekend, the Kent County Sheriff's Office Marine Unit will be working diligently to make sure the county's rivers and 83 lakes are safe.
Our main goal is the safety of everybody on the water. A lot of education because we have a short season in Michigan, boater season, or water season.
Scott Holt is one of the officers patrolling Kent County waters with the Marine Unit. He says while they want boaters to have fun, they're also checking to make sure boats have proper MC numbers, amount of life jackets, and a throwable.
Things on the water tend to happen very quickly, very quickly. So if another boat hit you, we don't have seatbelts. None of us wear seatbelts on a boat. And so because of that, we could be thrown overboard.
Especially on a busy boating weekend like the 4th of July, boaters should be prepared as they take to the water. While it's not illegal to have alcohol on a boat, Holt says to always have a designated driver and wear life jackets while in the water.
Somebody that I work for has said many times, we've never pulled a dead guy out of the water with a life jacket on.
Kent County is participating in Operation Dry Water, a boating under the influence awareness and enforcement campaign.
Driving a boat while under the influence of alcohol or drugs is the leading cause of death in a boating accident. So that's why we're out here. We want to cut down on that number.
Sergeant Scott Dietrich says they want people to enjoy themselves out on the water, but to follow the safety precautions so an accident doesn't happen.
We want to make sure everybody's having a safe, fun weekend and enjoying themselves and just doing it the safe way.
Any child under 6 is required by law to wear a life jacket on a boat.
If you're out on the water and experiencing a water emergency, you're always asked to call 911. In Kent County, I'm Kelly Lichter, 13 on Your Side.
And Callie joins us now here in studio to talk just a little bit more about this story. Obviously, a lot of good information there from the Sheriff's Department. Any other pieces of information they pointed out?
So I know at the end there I said any child like 6 or under needs to be wearing a life jacket on the boat. Dietrich also told us that they've been seeing an increase in people putting their children into car seat contraptions and keeping them on the boat, thinking, you know, that's probably safer than having them in a life jacket. He said that is not the case. Please do not put your children into car seats on the boat.
Yeah.
The safest thing you can do is to be wearing a life jacket, because it's not the impact they're worried about. It's, you know, a child going over, falling off of that boat, going in the water, not being able to swim. And that's really for any person that they're worried about. We also talked about, I mentioned it in my story just, you know, a few seconds ago, we heard when you are on the boat, you know, making sure the life jackets are easily accessible, not tucked away, not in packaging. Like, let's say you just went out to the store before you got on the boat.
Right, you
sure
don't have anything to fiddle with if something were to happen.
And, you know, they're especially talking about the Operation Dry Water. That's really a year-round thing, but really this 4th of July weekend, they stress that you should not be under the influence of alcohol or drugs when behind the wheel of a boat. And especially if you're going to get into that water, being under the influence makes it harder to swim. So make sure you wear a life jacket just so nothing can go wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. And paying attention too to make sure you have the proper life jacket for how much you weigh. That's important too. Life jackets are so helpful, but if they're not the right size for you, either they won't keep you up or they could just pop off if they're too loose. So yeah, really making sure that you're reading those guidelines, making sure you have the right one, making sure it's accessible, and those little kids, you know, making sure that's what they're being protected in, because the car seat situation is, you know, something we're starting to hear more about and not a good idea.
And you could see in the story that we were wearing, you know, a few different variations of a life jacket, maybe not one you would normally see while out on the water. I don't know the exact term for each life jacket. You know, they throw in like 3.5 point. There's a lot of different, you know, certifications and standards for the life jackets. But while we were on that boat, the photographer, me, Officer Holt, and Sergeant Dietrich were all making sure to wear those life jackets to keep us safe out there.
Yeah, we've unfortunately heard about some situations already this summer. We know so many people are going to be out on or near the water this weekend. So really keeping all of this information in mind. Hopefully no one has to, you know, utilize any of these, you know, tips to some extent, obviously wearing your life jacket, but hopefully there's no emergencies. But being prepared is the best bet. Okay. Callie, thanks so much. We are going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.